Hello, Hound. Got you jumping about again? I don't know. Oh, chickens look fine. No. Yeah, I know, I've been busy. I haven't been about here too much just lately. I've been rather busy. And in fact, I better go and get on and do some more work and tell good folks what I've been up to. Oh, welcome back to Blickling. Deep in the heart of that wonderful county Norfolk. Ah, boy, I can say that. And I can mean it. Right. What have I been up to? Right. First thing, I'll put a little bit of fence, part of a fence across the meadow. That's until 11 is harvested and put down to grass. Because I realise I won't have any grass to feed the cattle on. Not if I mow all of 8 in one go. 8 or 9. Yeah, can't remember the numbers now. 8, I think, yeah. If I do that all in one go, I'm just not going to have any grass left. And I think with that, I better just clear the mess up here. The other thing I've been getting up to, what I mentioned last time you were here, that we needed another tractor. So I've gone ahead and gone to see the bank manager. Well, I was going to say gone to see the bank manager. That's rather old-fashioned. You no longer see the bank manager. Most banks no longer have managers. Our little branch certainly don't. And I remember Father telling me in the past when he wanted a loan, he used to make an appointment to see the manager, and there was a manager then. But it's case to the manager who would say yay or nay, and once it was done, it was it. It was done. It wasn't any other thing to do. You signed the contract, filled in the contract, signed it, and that's it. You were in the bank's grasp for the next however many years. Well, it's not quite like that now. When I first started on my own, we had business managers, and they were normally someone who had some knowledge, a little bit, well, certainly younger than the old bank manager. Right, just going to think of most people were younger than the old bank manager. Remember those? They were invariably male and in the 50s, almost invariably. Well, business managers were normally any sex and 30s on. Well, we've now got to what looks like young boys playing bankers who look like they're fresh out of kindergarten. I've been a bit unkind to them. That's the impression they give. And I've got a computer program, and that tells you whether you can get a loan. And you don't see those very often. You do all that over the phone or via the internet. Well, I suppose there is a good reason for it, but it seems sad. Anyway, I filled in all the forms. This took a long time. Then the computer decides whether you're a good risk. Now these, I believe, are the same computers that decided that people who couldn't afford to repay mortgages in America were a good place to sell mortgages to. And the same programs that decided that these debts that the people were getting into were a good thing to trade between financial institutions. Which of course led to, or I'll just put this in there, led to the crash of 2008, which we're still suffering from now, certainly in Britain. Never been more food banks than there at the moment. It seems that austerity is the same for everybody, unless you're rich, then it doesn't affect you, but am I being just cynical? Anyway, I got the forms filled in, got the money, 200,000, takes up to 350,000 we owe now. That hurt. But I have the tractor is actually waiting at the garage for me. I got the call a little while ago, and the tractor's here waiting for me. It's a Ultra T, I think it is. And I had it done with a front fork on, or front fork brackets on, just so it can be a jack of all trades. It's mainly for mowing, I will tell you now. It's going to be a lot of this work will be mowing. Let's settle this down. Now let's see what everything looks like. Oh well, we're going to have a little look around. I have to take the vehicle down to pick that up. I'll take the Land Rover down and I'll pick up the bus later to pick the Land Rover back up again. But we just want to have a look at the animals. Oh, the animals are going to be fine today. Yeah, there's nothing else much to do, so we're going to get the Land Rover and go and have a look at our new tractor. And on the way back, we're detouring, and I'll show you what I've been doing up at the meadow. I just managed to get some fence posts and some actually concrete posts. They took some getting in, I'll tell you. Oh dear, that really was hard work at those in. Anyway, we got the posts in and strung with barbed wire. Barbed wire because I had. I don't know what it is, but every farmer I know has got miles of barbed wire. I don't know if we all bought it as ex World War One stock. But we've got loads of barbed wire. Concrete posts were a bit harder, but I borrowed some actually. And then I had to employ someone to put them in from that. Cost a small fortune. Cost a few thousand. But they're there. And they will come out again once we've got 11 up and running as another medal. 11 will be used just for grass and 8 will be used for grass and hay. I'm torn with the idea of wasting another field on, or part of another field. I might cut one in half and put some maize in the forage, because the greenhouse gases gets a bit scary, and when there's some research done a few years ago sure that silage made from grass affected cattle, and the methane levels coming out of cattle a lot worse than silage made from maize. So if we do that, we might just be able to keep the vegetarians away off my back for a little while. Oh, that'll do. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Well, didn't park that very well. Mind you, nor did the garage. That's awful. That's bad as I am. Oh, this is it. Yes, it's in very similar to the JCB colours. Chad here, if I bought a new one from him, he said he'd paint it for free. So I thought, oh, yes, go on, take it. So a nice orangey colour. Yeah, I quite like this. Brand spanking new. Because this has got the trick there with the whole lot turns, and you use that wheel, you drive it backwards as if you're driving it forward. Great fun. Right, let's see if it starts now. Ask him to fill the tank up, which he has. Good. It's a semi-automatic gearbox, really. You manually change between ranges, but in the range the gears change automatic. Did think about having a fully manual one, but that seems a little bit like hard work. Yeah, the first Ultra I ever owned. Slightly more than the JCB, but this has got a few extras on which the JCB hasn't. For a start, it's perfect for mowing. I will be putting the mowers together so that they can fit on the back here and we can drive the mowers. Well, hopefully I won't hit the hedge quite as often. Okay, I can hear you all laughing there and saying that's never going to happen. I want to take the next turn. Don't want to go back to the farm just yet. Oh, no. There, the balloons are still out. I would have thought they could get good height this time of year. If you think about it, the air's going to be cold and a lot colder and a lot denser, so it should rise up with the heat a lot quicker. Not that I know anything about ballooning, of course. I must say I'm looking forward to having someone to do some of the more boring jobs for me. The one thing I really miss Pat, well, not for doing the boring jobs, but it's the meal times, having to stop doing a job to go and get something to eat, and then find time to do the housework. How it used to work was that, oh, yeah, looks like we've got some stuff going on there. Anyway, let's have a look. We've got the fence should be up this end. There's about 12 metres or so from the edge. Should give enough to give us a couple of free cuts. There it is. All different sizes. It's just the oddments that people had they let me have. So you see barbed wire. Some of these are gone in a bit deep, but surprised with what we keep. And you know, the farmers around here are always quite willing to lend you stuff. Here, look, we get good. Should get 2 cuts width out of there. Although when we're using just for the cattle, I should just use a centre mower and the forage wagon and just do it one pass. That should be enough to last them for a few days. But I've seen better days, but still some of these fence posts actually, especially down here. Look at this. We've run out of good ones there. We need some short ones. I haven't bothered to go all the way along the whole lot. Probably didn't have enough posts. Plenty of barbed wire. And I decided to leave gaps in so we had plenty of room to go between. Even though I should better hit one of these. I might not hit that one. Anyway, that's what we've been getting up to. I think we'll go back. Now we might as well put this to work. And we'll fill the mix feed, right? Which is stuff I've been threatening to do for days now, if not weeks. I may just put narrow tyres on there when we're mowing. Like that. I actually wanted one with the proper grass tyres on, but I couldn't. Chad didn't have any those tyres in stock, so we're good without. Well, this should be able to do, say, grass work, fertilising, front loader work. If the arm will fit on here, of course, that I haven't tested yet. Not, we just have to get the next size arm up. But it's good food all round. One of the things that sold me on this. As I heard about my driving, oh, the other bit of news is, I said the other week that our diesel tank wasn't too good. Well, it's been condemned. So our source of diesel now is in here, and I'm not even certain if I've still got any in here. I bet you'll find out. If not, I have to go down to the garage and top it up. Oh yes, it's half full anyway. shall we do that first? Go on. Just whip down the garage, top this right up. Because come the, especially the summer when we start harvest, I ain't gonna want to stop to go and fill this up again. But yes, our diesel tank, apparently it's close to rusting through. Well, it's been there. Well, Dad had that, but when Granddad was still alive. One of the first jobs he did when he took over from Granddad. He decided that we better have our own fuel on the station while keeping this. I don't really want to have to drive down to the garage every time, especially where we are. Massey isn't too bad up at the Blickling. It doesn't use a lot of juice, and we can top that up. Every so often we just take that away from there. I haven't actually checked over what we like over in the greenhouses. We should be alright today. There won't be anything else to do this winter anyway. Oh, it's very bumpy this road here now. That's it. Filling it up. And our money is dropping like a stone. Right, that's it. £800. Oh dear. Possibly I should get a deal from one of the oil companies. Oh, let's go for a little drive around, shall we? I'm not looking forward to filling it. That stopped another bloke there. Wow, that really is somewhere they can catch people. Oh, there's the bank. So I went in there. I think there'd still be someone there, a business manager or someone in charge of that. There was two people behind the counter and one making tea, I think. That was it. So they told me, they gave me a web address to try, and a phone number. So that evening there I was on the internet, filling in forms. Oh. Still we got the money. All we got to do now is pay it back over the next 2 years. Just take that for 2 years. I know it's not long, is it? Yeah, we're taking nice long, leisurely drive around the place. Let's see if they're still having a barbecue up here. Oh yeah, I just wanted to ask someone, I forgot to put the name down. Name I hadn't noticed before commenting on videos, and it's also playing 17, and he hadn't seen this map before. And I will just say, this is a great map. It's very well made. This, of course, isn't quite original what I'm using. This is version 3. You do need version 3. That's on PCSG. The first one I found when I checked up was version 2, but if you look down at the bottom of the description on there, there is the details for the latest version, which is version 3, which is seasons ready. But I've added a few things to it. The dryer doesn't come with it, nor does the cover for the feed mixer. That's something I added, and there may be one or two other little things. I know I went mad at one point and I was playing around in GE quite often. Some people might wonder about the roads here, and I have mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. These roads are correct. They're not dead smooth, they're not flat. It's certainly not once you get off the major A roads in Norfolk. The minor A roads and the B roads are like this, and the C roads are really not a lot more than dirt tracks. So if you're wondering, thinking, well, your roads can't be like that, they can and they are. These are actually good compared. There's a lot more patches and potholes. I personally live in one of the main towns in South Norfolk. There's not that many towns in South Norfolk, let's face it. So it was a Halston, Wyndham, Diss, OldBor, I think. I'm not sure if OldBor comes in South Norfolk. But that's almost it. Oh, there. This is a pain to back up. I forgot that. I think what we're going to do, I'm not going to even try and back this up. Find somewhere to park this where we can get to it easily. Every vehicle can get. Well, perfect. Look here. Oh, this is perfect, isn't it? Put up against the wall here. Every vehicle can get to it. And I ain't got a bother to try and reverse it. And get out just. There we are, that's full. And we've got juice for everyone. Now what do we need? I think we need some silage. We do a little bit of filling up the mix feeder. Hook onto the I won't see it with this in pools. Should be alright, it's 250 horsepower. It's going to struggle a bit on some of the hills around here. Well, they're not hills, they're steady inclines, which are a lot worse than hills. Whoa. Oh, I think I was right. It suddenly goes, that's the problem. No. There we are, with it. Oh, incidentally, it's kind of out of character again for a moment. I do like the Wobster's manual attach for 19. Remember, there is two versions, manual attaching and manual attach. And I do like Wobster's. You also have all the options for connecting hoses, which took me a long time to realise. And I was wondering why the hell I couldn't turn a plow over. I hadn't attached the hoses. And that does adds a bit more to it. Alright. Put the brake on and wait. This won't be too much of a test for it because we're not really going uphill a lot here. But I don't think I should have actually been filling that. I should have been filling out the side. Probably see what we can put in the into the cattle. I wasn't going to top the cattle up, I seem to recall. Nice day, so I don't bother to put the sheet on every time, not for running around the yard. I think we will drop a couple of ratios though. I think the 11 mile an hour is going to be plenty fast up around here. It seems willing, it seems a nice tractor. It'll fit in nice with what we've got. It comes in between the Fendt and the JCB, which is what I was looking for. I do like to have a spread of tractors. got a feeling that the JCB will be used for things like ploughing, cultivating and seeding. This will be used for carting. A lot of JCBs must be better at carting because it's quicker. Fertilising and grass mowing and such like will be the jobs for this one. Oh, that's handy. It's filled that up. Oh, it's well, going to go another day now, isn't it? A straw. Might have to put some straw in. Now we will get some silage. Now the turning circle seems a lot better on this than it is for the JCB. Once we're empty, we'll just knock up one range. Rolls a bit, I noticed on the corners, but don't think it's anything too severe. By roll I mean it's rolling on the springs. The body's tilting. You want a certain amount of it, but it's a bit off-putting when you're hammering along. It starts doing it. The idea this year, yes, I forgot to say, I'm bringing the old feed store back in for the loose stuff. For the top, up the straw bales and hay bales in the bale shed, then I'm going to go on and fill up and loose into the old store there. That's so we can actually carry almost everything we want. I haven't got a front weight on it yet. We have got a front weight, of course. Yeah, the one of the old 3000 series. I'll probably have to drag that out. I might do that next. The idea, let's just knock that right down to slow. I'll back up a lot easier. So one thing that this has got with the big JCB hasn't is different ratios, so I can. It's easier to keep it going slow when I need to. Let's put the brake on whilst that's dropping and see what we've got in here. I've got some straw in here too. Grass, put over 32%. Silage foot level. Oh, we've got another load of silage in there. We might as well top this one of the things up here anyway. That will probably be our lot for the day. Let's bring it round the other way. See how it goes over the. Because no, I made a mistake with this. It's too late now. We're stuck with it. Chad isn't going to take it back. Well, he will do, but it takes such an amount out that it ain't going to be worth a while. But as I got this horrible feeling, the way things normally work, I'm going to be driving this one most. Not the one. Not the big powerful track. They don't allow me in the big powerful stuff. 111 cows. I'm aiming for 200 eventually. If we get a good year, I will certainly buy more. Now the thing is, all the silage might as well go into a mixed feeder. All we've got, cause we're not going to bother to sell it, and that won't go into the cattle, not whilst we've got total ration. No need. Well, really. Hold on one moment, will we just try things? Can't remember which way round it is to. Oh, why? Left control B, right. There we go, look at this, look. We're now driving. That's nifty, isn't it? Gives you a funny feeling. Put it back to normal. But that's the trick of this particular tractor. Well, it should now be full there. Well, no, it won't be quite full. Right, let's have a put the brake back on. Let's have a quick look. So 76, 30. Can't really put another load in there. And everything else I think is bulk only. It's a bale only, so I don't think we've got anything in any of the stores. Let's have a quick look. But we've still got the oats to sell yet. They should be going. I'm hoping over £1,000 a ton when we come to buy sell those. No, we've got no straw, just when we still had some in. We've got some mixed ration over in that store. I'll really get that out. Or we're going to top up with mixed ration again. And what we can't have, we take over there. But I don't think it's going to matter now. I think this is our day done. Next time I think I'll move it on a day and we'll finish topping up the mix feeder. That's it, just do that. Right, I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. I'm just getting ready to take a picture of this. Yes, that looks rather nice, doesn't it? Any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, feel free to post them in the comment section. I read everyone. I try and reply to everyone. What I think of that, it's been saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.